Hey y'all, it's me, the old redneck trapped in suburbia again. This is the second run at a video. The first one I didn't like too much, so I'm still learning. Y'all bear with me. If you're finding my channel entertaining or informative, or you just like seeing what's going on out here on the fabulous East Coast, Eastern North Carolina, then feel free to like, share, definitely share, and maybe even subscribe. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about ponds. Now, when we first started building a pond, we just kind of dug a hole and lined it with the cheap liner. Okay, it worked out good for a while, but a friend of mine a few years back gave me some large fish. They were very large. They were supposed to be 12 inches. They were more like 30. So we ended up having to dig a bigger pond. I've got pictures of that. I'll try to post the pictures later on and like a collage, but it was a family project. We did great, I think. It took us about 2 weeks to dig the whole thing out after work, and with a lot of help from my son Christopher. Shout out to him, Christopher Godwin, my stepson. He's my son. Love that boy. He's out there on the other coast, that liberal West Coast. We won't talk too much about politics on this page, but ponds, I definitely, if you want an ornamental pond, I think it's a wonderful addition to your yard. I think you need to do your research though. Okay, do some research on what type of pond, how you want your pond to be, and then get started. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera a little bit and show you the pond, show you a couple of things. Okay, all of these plants, these big beautiful green elephant ears here, and the big alocasia elephant ears over there, and I've got a few more around the yard. The purple ones, everybody loves those purple dark color ones. Those are called teacup elephant ears. Now, what'll happen with a teacup when it rains, that you see those leaves were curled. When it rains, that leaf will fill up with water and dump water out like spilling a teacup. Okay, now here is an integral part of the pond. That is, it's tubular. It's a tubular mechanism called a UV light filter. Okay, we added that this year. It was a wonderful addition. It helped get the pond cleaner than what it is right now. I got to do some pond maintenance here later on today. This waterfall right here, we call that the waterfall because it's got rocks actually underneath it. You can see how they're just covered up with algae. I'm gonna have to clean those off. Okay, and this is what we call the spillway over here, the little one. Both of those have filters attached to them, which you have to take out routinely several times a week during the hot part of the year, and rinse them out. Okay, the mistake that we made with this big beautiful giant pond is that we put it right in the middle of the yard. Well, on the side of the yard, but in the sunlight. Sunlight breeds algae. Okay, the more your pond gets light, the more algae you're gonna have. Okay, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. You can put your pond under a tree, but then you're gonna have to deal with the leaves falling into the water. Okay, this little unit right here is turned off right now. That is called the swim skim. It actually floats around and collects up leaf litter and grass from when I'm mowing and weed eating and things like that. This is called a biofilter. It too has a UV light, as does Mr. Tubular over there. Have a UV ultraviolet light that helps kill algae. Okay, we added those two things over the last couple of years. This has been years in the making. We didn't do this in 1 year. I bought some of the river stone. A friend of ours from long ago gave us the granite, which was quite a score. Some of the things we picked up at the ocean. You can see some shells. You see some conch shells. My friend Greg Foster gave me those. You can see all sorts of other decorations. Okay, this little black looking stone right there, at least my research and what I'm told, is a fossilized whalebone. You can see I did some little experiments. This is actually a pool noodle with a what's called a net cup and a grow basket, and it's got some media in there, and there's actually an elephant ear that's growing in there. Okay, now ponds. Ponds are great to have. Ponds, if you want to help eliminate, it sounds counterintuitive, but if you want to help eliminate mosquitoes in your yard, then you want to attract dragonflies. One way you can do that is to build an ornamental pond. Dragonflies lay their eggs in the edge of that. If the mosquito larvae lay their eggs in there in the water, the dragonfly larvae actually eat them, okay? Or again, so my research tells me, okay? You can see we had some fish. I don't know if you gotta look at the fish. Let me see if I can get the fish. These were actual goldfish that my daughter had inside that my friend Greg gave us. That she named Popsicle, Dreamsicle, and Sparkles. The orange one used to actually be gold color. When we put them in the pond out of the aquarium, they actually, you can see there's sparkles right there, the orange fish down in there, and the other ones are kind of hiding. Oh, there they are. Okay, now those were goldfish. They've only been in here for I would say maybe 3 months. They were probably about 2 inches long when we put them in. And they too help control the algae. They actually eat the algae off the sides of the pond. Okay, so just some ideas about ponds. I like having the aquatic plants around, but you got to be careful, do your research, know what you're getting into. It's a lot of maintenance. You have to spend at least 3 or 4 hours a week maintaining the pond. Okay, so just give you some ideas. If you're enjoying these videos, if you find them entertaining or maybe even informative, then please feel free to like and share and maybe subscribe. We love y'all. We'll see you outside.